I imagined myself living in a tiny house and in a quiet area that was peaceful with animals. For a while, it was just a dream because my life at that moment was focused on my family. My mother, who has passed away, had cancer, and I was taking care of her for a few years. At that same time, my daughter was graduating from high school, and I was moving on from being a full-time parent to being on my own for the first time in many, many years. While those were wonderful blessings to be able to do, it was a really challenging time. There was a lot of time spent giving and giving and giving to other people, and I spent no time on myself. So those two kind of transitions that were happening around me just opened the door for me to imagine a different life. Started watching lots of tiny home tours, lots of tiny house videos. I didn't really know how I was going to get it done. I just knew that it was something that I would love to try one day. And then one day became the day. I found Perch and Nest and Johanna and Tom, and they were amazing. Together, I think the three of us were able to create this space that I now call home, and it has completely changed everything for me. Hi, my name is Shay. This is my tiny home penny. Let's take a tour. Welcome in. As you enter, my kitchen is the first thing you'll see on your left. One of the things I really love about having this particular kitchen is all of the counter space. When I was designing the house with Perch and Nest, one of the things that was important to me for the kitchen was the counter space. I really needed to be utilitarian so that I could use it for lots of different things. Here, of course, I have a huge sink that I love, and I can water my plants here and also take care of any vegetables or things I'm prepping for meals. And speaking of meals, you'll see here that I have a charcuterie board here. This is one of my favorite things here in the tiny house. I'm always making quick snacks and that kind of thing here. It's covering a cooktop that I don't use. I like the opportunity to have it, but what I found is I actually use things like my air fryer or my toaster to cook quick meals, and then I can store them back when I'm finished to continue to have the counter space. I had always wanted a window over my sink, and not only did I get a window, I got 3 windows. The windows go all the way up, and I get so much sunlight. It's great. And that was important for me as well, to be able to know that I could just look out the window and see the beautiful place where I'm living. We have them on a motor. I use a remote, and they will raise and lower on their own, which is really convenient. They were a little more expensive, but that was something I was willing to pay for because, one, they are blackout shades, and so it's totally black in here when it needs to be. When they're not, then I have these beautiful full windows to look out of. And that was one of the first things that I thought, I'm willing to pay a little extra for that. I love bringing the outside inside, and having these huge windows here has allowed me to do that in space. I really wanted to be able to separate the space into zones, and this particular space here is kind of aligned more with the living area. I get to see a picture of my parents who are no longer with me, but it's every morning when I come downstairs, theirs is the first space that I see. It brings me a lot of joy to know that they're here with me, and so they get to be primary here in the house. Storage is a primary concern for anyone living in a tiny house. And for me, I was able to downsize some of the things that I had, but also I created a lot of storage here in this particular area. This cabinet set is from IKEA. My intention was to make it look industrial. It kind of fits with the tiny house overall, but I wanted to use other things to soften the area up. So we started with these brown counters and these kind of industrial looking cabinets. I love that these are kind of very low profile. They don't stand out, and I'm able to kind of hide them away and you don't realize how much storage is here because it's so dark. But almost everything I can store in these sections over here, as well as a couple of other areas. And then also, even though I have open storage here, I wanted to make sure that it was attractive. And so I tried to organize things so that they are usable, but also really presentable. One of the most important things about living tiny is storage. It's very common to have things like storage stairs. So over on this side, I'm able to have more storage in this kind of kitchen area. I have storage down here for shoes. I have storage here for just general things. And then those to-go things like my purse and my keys, I am able to keep here. One of my favorite things is this storage area here where I kind of call it my beverage station. I have my coffee, I have wine, I have lots of things to drink here. And every morning I grab my coffee from this particular area. I also chose to have a washer dryer combo. Living in a tiny house, again, there's not a lot of space, but this was mandatory for me. I really couldn't see myself going out somewhere and having to wash clothes. But so having this combo has been a real treat. It was my first time using something that was a washer dryer kind of combined, and it kind of takes a while, but it does a good job. And then the last thing here in the kitchen that I picked on my own was this awesome refrigerator. There were lots of options that Perch and Nest gave me to choose from, but the designer and I really liked this one and how it kind of fit with the overall kind of style and design that I was going for. I think it looks a little retro, but it also looks a little cool, and I love the black. It's an apartment size refrigerator, and it's perfect for one person. I have enough storage here inside the refrigerator in the cold and the freezer section to store a month's worth of groceries and drinks, and so I'll go and pack it up once a month, and then I'll have everything that I need. What has been always most important to me is having a place of peace. And even in a simple area like the kitchen, I found the opportunity to create something personal and to create a little space of peace. I think it's designed very well and gives me a little of everything that I wanted. I don't really have any regrets at all on the things that I chose. I think it's perfect for my needs. So this is the main living space. I think the thing that you're probably going to notice first is this amazing cedar wall and this huge round window. This was definitely a intentional choice. I am an avid cruiser and I have kind of gotten accustomed to being able to peek out round windows, and I knew I wanted something like that in my tiny house. I think it's beautiful here on the cedar wall, and it really gives a great view outside from other areas of the tiny house. One of the things that I do here in this section is work. So this is what I like to call my office. I'll usually be sitting here with my lap desk and my laptop getting all of my work done until I get to sign off for the day. I am one of the people who loves television, but I didn't want a big television. And so I found a way to incorporate that here in this particular space. I have a monitor here that I can use for an extra screen when I'm working here, but when I'm not, then it is perfect to use with a streaming stick, and I can watch all of my favorite TV shows. And when I'm not watching television in this space, then I'm reading. Reading is one of my favorite things to do. If there was anything I had to downsize from, it was books. I got rid of quite a few of them, and I kept some that were very personal to me and added a couple in. And so you'll find me here with a book and a cup of coffee, maybe a glass of wine, spending a nice evening. I have lots of wonderful friends and an awesome daughter who I can host here on occasion. They're all welcome here in my home. However, I chose to go tiny. I chose this space because I wanted a place of peace and seclusion and quiet. So this is really my safe space. So I don't have a lot of guests here, but when I do, I have an air mattress that is stored that will fit right here in this particular section in the living room. It's great for one night. And then usually people are like, I think, 2 people in a tiny house is a lot. So that was my intention, to have this personal private space. When I do host people, a lot of times we'll hang out outside. So I was able to sell my 3-bedroom home when I was officially ready to make the move to living tiny. And because I owned it and it was almost paid off, I was able to use the profit from selling the home to do a few things. One, to purchase and design and build a tiny house. Also, to take myself on a trip as a nice kind of welcome to your new life opportunity. So I spent some time traveling, and I was able to take the profit from selling my home and become debt-free. And that has been the most amazing change for me. Now being able to take the money that I do earn to save and to travel and to continue to do things here in the tiny house, it's just been amazing. Like, it was such a surprise for me, even though I imagined it, to stand here in the tiny house, feel the calm and the peace, and just know that I have found my space. So my tiny home is 8 feet wide by 22 feet long, and it's about 176 square feet on the inside. The ceiling height at its highest point is 13.5 feet. So I have a Roost 22 from Perch and Nest, and the base model is $70,000. And I decided to do quite a few upgrades to that base model. Some of those things included the round window. I also have the huge windows here in both the kitchen and the living area, the motorized blinds, as well as higher end flooring. So it brought it to around $90,000. Where I am currently living in my tiny house, including the internet and the lot rent and other things. I'm looking at about $700 a month. It's a very reasonable price. As someone who has the opportunity to live debt-free now, it's even better. So the extra money that I am saving by living with a smaller footprint in a smaller space, I can use for pleasure to do the things I enjoy. Had I had the opportunity to live tiny at any point in my life, it could have changed everything. My mother raised me as a single mom. We lived in low-income apartments. Had she had a tiny home, she would not have had to have 2 jobs. As I grew up and I went to college as a young person, living tiny would have been an amazing thing instead of having 5 roommates or, having to stay in a dorm. And then now, as I am preparing to transition, to retirement in the next 10 years or so, I think about the fact that living tiny is going to completely change that as well. I know that not everyone wants to live in a tiny space, but having the opportunity to live with less is something that I think everyone should consider. It has really changed my life, and I just know that if people would give it an opportunity, it could do the same for them. There are many, many older people who are living on fixed incomes, and having a smaller amount of space to clean and take care of as an older person, and also having the opportunity to own where you live and have your monthly bills be lower, is an amazing thing to be able to do when you're that age. I find that as someone who's African American, I don't see a lot of people who look like me in the tiny home community. And I encourage people, all people, but I encourage people to give it a try, because I have totally changed my life with this opportunity. It's not going to take away every struggle, every financial issue or thing that you may have, but it takes away some of those things that you don't have to worry about. And I would not have had that opportunity had this not come into my life. This is my bathroom, and it's definitely tiny in the tiny house, but it again is enough space for me as one person. I have all of the things here that you would need. A lovely stand-up shower with lots of space in here. Because the space is so small, there is not a lot of space for a door that pulls in and out. So I have a pocket door here, and it slides open and closed. It has a frosted glass, so it just still allow a little light in even when the door's closed. I still get a little of that. This was another design choice for me, and that was having a semi off-grid toilet. It's a macerating toilet, and it is a little more environmentally friendly. In addition, I have this huge sink. I wanted to have as much space possible to be able to take care of my plants. So I'll also pop them in here and water them as well. Even though this is a tiny bathroom, I have all the storage that I need. In this particular cabinet, I have all of my clothes. I travel a lot, and so I put all of my travel clothes here, as well as some extra blankets and those types of things. And that really takes care of pretty much everything that I need here in this space. I have tried to incorporate throughout the tiny house opportunities to find a little whimsy, and so I've added that here with a couple of things that, again, bring me the opportunity to smile. My home is my place of peace and happiness, and so anything that I can find that'll give me a little spark, I'll always do. So upstairs is my loft, and it's my sleeping area. I chose to have a loft as opposed to one floor because I have the opportunity to convert it. When I first moved in, I placed a twin size bed here to see if it would fit, and it does. And so my plan, when I'm no longer able to climb these stairs, is to convert this to a living room and then downstairs to where my sleeping area is. So no worries about climbing in the loft when I'm old and gray, hopefully. And as it stands now, it's a pretty easy up and down. I hold onto the railing so I make sure that I'm protected. This was one of the things that I actually added into the tiny house. When I purchased it, there was no railing either for the loft area at the top or here, and that for me was not something I could do. So having this here has given me stability and safety when climbing up and down in the loft, and as of now, it's functioning really well for me. The loft fits a queen size bed. However, I chose to get a twin size bed because I wanted to, again, create more space for living here. I was accustomed to sleeping on a twin size bed from traveling so often, and so it wasn't a big change for me. And doing that allowed me to create 2 additional zones in that area. One is a kind of reading and lounging nook. I'll often either work there or read a book, and it's just a nice place for me to hang out that's not sitting on the bed. And then a little further over, I have a space for me to meditate. I am someone who meditates pretty much every morning. Again, it brings me peace, and that is the purpose here in the tiny house. I like to start my days off peacefully. And I will spend a little time on a quick meditation and then come down and sit here with my morning coffee, and it's a really good way to get the day started. So when I do have guests over, my friends or sorority sisters, my family, because the tiny house is small, we'll definitely spend time there, but a lot of the other time is spent here outside. We'll have the opportunity to sit out here and have a fire or just hang out. One of the things that is great about where I have my tiny is on the farm that I'm on, they encourage us to garden. And so last year was my first year trying to garden, and I grew some tomatoes. I was so proud of myself. And so this year I am getting ready to start planting some wildflowers as well as some peppers and tomatoes again. So I'll be able to sit here and check out my garden while it's growing and share those vegetables and cut flowers with my friends and family. Where I have my tiny is on a tiny farm, and we're out on a dead-end road. It's so private here, even though there are other tinies. There's just so much area for us to be able to be in nature. It's awesome. It's so peaceful and quiet here. It feeds definitely into my desire to find a peaceful place for me to exist. Every morning, I look down from my loft over my domain down here, and I smile because I wake up and I know that, one, I'm somewhere that I want to be, somewhere that I can live forever, and no one can take this away from me. This is my home, and until I don't need a home anymore. And I feel joy. I feel joy, and I feel peace, and I feel calm. This tiny house is a place of joy and laughter and peace, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Thanks for taking a tour of my tiny home. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer those in the comments, and thanks again for watching.